I'm in a creek, in a dry creek, and I'm quite a bit below grade. I'm along Highway 12/21, right near Stanley Lane. And I came by here because last night on the way home, I looked down in and I saw a wall down in here. But I wanted to look around some of the other portions, and there's things here, of course. I'm seeing a lot of brick. A lot of brick down here. I was already trying to figure out what this is. I've got another one of these concrete pillars, columns, but there's a very, very old and extremely crumbly brick embedded in it. So that's really weird. But here I noticed a section. It's a lot of layering, and it's an accumulation of a lot of small pebbles, relatively hard. But I was thinking that might be a brick, just in the mix. So, could be. Let's find out. Looks like a brick. It got really hot. Look at the look at that metallic. I'll find the best light. Look at this metallic charred black color around the perimeter, around the edge. It looks like iron to me, but it's hard to say. But there's more things that are poking out of this wall of crap. Strange colors. But the entire area is full of nothing but that. It's a flow of rock. There's a huge amount of debris down here, and there's no shortage of it. I don't know how deep it goes, but we're gonna go up to the next section, and we're gonna look at another wall. I've never seen it. I've driven by here way too many years. Traffic was slow, which I now have a new perspective on slow traffic. It gives me a chance to take a look. So I look forward to it. I go slower now. I'm seeing all kinds of cool things. So just your standard nothing goalie, right? And just more brick. More brick. So to watch out for poison oak. Interesting composition, right? It's not your standard solid red clay, but this has some sort of other material in the mix. So I haven't seen that. Interesting. Let's go find that wall. Like, what's that weirdo doing down there? Look at him. What the hell is that guy doing down there? I'm right at the intersection of Stanley Lane and 121 South Napa, and walking along what used to be the road surface prior to Highway 121, and it used to come through here blocked. But I wanted to show again from this vantage point these eucalyptus trees. These are mammoth. These are the biggest around. There's nothing like them around here. And they're all up and down the coast of California, and they follow the El Camino Real. Amazing. There's a forest of eucalyptus trees at the Presidio in San Francisco. But little side point. They smell amazing. So this wall is down here. I don't know why it's near the vineyard. Don't know if this was erosion control to direct the water coming off the road into this creek. It's very old looking. So I'm going to put this one on the I don't know. I don't know what this one is. I don't know how far it goes, if it goes any further. But we're on the right on the edge of the highway, and there's some massive berms, huge earthworks here. Yeah, pretty amazing. So there's this one turnout here, and up above, much taller than the truck in the distance, and running for quite some distance on really both sides of the highway, are they're huge earthworks. So there's a tremendous amount that has been assembled in a very straight line. Very interesting from the highway. If you're able to look at this area from the Google map, I'll leave the coordinates, and you can take a look at the long running stands of eucalyptus trees, the canals, and there's probably 5 or 6 significant stone bridges, maybe 7 or 8 actually, within just 1 mile from here, some of the ones I've looked at. I wanted to give you a little something. I'm going to go under this bridge. It's a little bit of a hike down. I'm on a busy road. 1896 bridge with an added date stone. It's really far down. Ride it like a surfboard. It's a big stone bridge. That is a climb. Camera off. I made it down. It's a little scary, but I haven't been here for a year. I have an earlier video as part of the bridge tours that I have. So more of this accumulated stone down in here. I'm going to walk up this creek and see if there's anything interesting, but I really wanted to focus on this bridge right now. So these are huge, they look like huge cut stones, and they have mortar repair. And there's some sort of concrete addition. Really tall. Might be 30 feet. So it looks like there's a definite section, two halves where it's split, where it makes contact with this earlier footing. But the foundation is not something I can see here. This would not just be sitting on the mud. So you can see all the material that's been put over the stone. You can see all the scratch marks on the stone, and then the concrete is bonded there. This material is pretty interesting. So there's still a bed of mortar on top of this much softer material. I don't know how deep it goes down. It's got some very weird features on the stone. It's got like a crust, vitrified crust maybe, but very heavily weathered. Heavily weathered. This is not a fast-moving, high-water area, and if the bridge is just over 100 years old, I'm not sure how that would possibly happen. So down here, this portion continues, and there's a lot of material here built up, but the foundation, again, not to be seen, and all the mortar has been added throughout most of it. Up here, it's a lot nicer looking. I bet there's bricks down here too. Still under the old Sonoma Road Bridge, and I'm looking at some of the heavy masonry construction over here, and just having a chance to really look at it, go over it, and finding a lot of different eras of construction. So this seems to be some sort of an added concrete to the base, and then we've got a soft stone, got a harder stone. This mortar just turned into powder. But at this section, we've got this vitrified crust, and then it transitions into really soft material. And then above, we have a different mortar, and then some harder stones with the bigger ones. And up looking at the composition of the wall, a lot of different rubble on the interior. But it extends down to here, but this area here, where you can tell that the mortar is still here, somewhat, but everything is just turned practically to dust. And up here is a harder one on the upper, but down below, soft sandstone or something. Doesn't seem like a great choice of material. But then down here in the creek, there's some pieces that have fallen off, and you can still see the mortar. It's the mortar between the joints. But this is really soft. I mean, it's just turned into mud. It's powdery. But some of the surrounding ones, you can really tell. You can tell when you've hit something that's really firm. So a lot of things down in here. Just found a lot of old metal, a lot of garbage. I'm not finding red bricks in this area, but just a moment from here in the first creek, there were bricks everywhere. So interesting little location. Up on top, I can see that there's been additions of other concrete. There's been a lot of repairs over the years, it looks like. But it is an interesting place, and I don't really know. There's no construction photos of this one, or any of them. But just one of the 400 stone bridges in Napa County.